This broadcast will begin in 5 minutes. This broadcast will begin in 4 minutes. This broadcast will begin in 3 minutes. This broadcast will begin in 2 minutes. This broadcast will begin in 1 minute. This broadcast will begin in 30 seconds.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
1 second from half court. Jumping for joy.
First ever.
A 2-on-1. Oh!
Did he bring it in?
He did.
It is.
Caught!
This broadcast is a production of the WJPA Sports Network, presented by CNX Foundation.
Good evening and welcome back to EQT Park, home of the Washington Wild Things, and in 3 weeks, the home of the WPIAL Baseball Championships. Tonight, the WJPA Sports Network brings you a 3A Baseball Section 4 matchup as Wash-I hosts Keystone Oaks. Hi everyone, I'm Bob Gregg, Eric Bennett, our floor director, Luke Andrusick on camera tonight. Seton LaSalle has already clinched the section title. Charleroi has a playoff berth in hand. Waynesburg has clinched a playoff spot, and that brings us down to these two teams, Keystone Oaks and Wash-I. KO at 5-5, Wash-I at 4-6. One berth to go to one of these two teams. If Wash-I wins twice, it's theirs. If Keystone Oaks wins one game in the two-game series, Keystone Oaks is going to the playoffs and Wash-I is not. Tonight's game on the WJPA Sports Network is brought to you in part by Washington County College Center, operated by Community College of Beaver County. By Curtis Pharmacy in Washington, Claysville, Connellsville, Carmichaels, and online at curtispharmacy.com. By CNX Dreamfields, making your dream field come true. By Washington Financial Bank, for 125 years, proud to be the bank that gets you. By Camera Bartolotta for Pennsylvania Senate. Find out more at cameraforsenate.com. By Visit Green. Greene County has something for everyone. Log on visitgreen.org. By Bell Print and Stitch, digital print, embroidery, design, and fundraising. Bell Print and Stitch in Bentleyville and on Facebook. And by the Washington Greene County chapter of the Pennsylvania Sports Hall of Fame, celebrating our region's rich athletic tradition. We'll look at the Washington Greene County baseball playoff picture, this afternoon's scoreboard, and check our starting lineups when the Visit Greene County pregame show continues here on the WJPA Sports Network.
Start strong and stay local. CCBC's Washington County College Center gives you the edge to get ahead. High school students can learn to fly before they drive with our Aviation Academy. If helping others is what you do, let us help you. Advance from LPN to RN and open new doors in your healthcare career. Or get ahead in college by earning general education credits. No matter your path, we're here to help you move forward. Learn more at ccbcwashington.com.
Jessica is a working mom and now takes care of her mom. Jess is a good daughter.
Mom needs to stay at home and be independent. Not always easy, but Curtis Pharmacy made it so easy and affordable for us.
The cost savings are real. Generics often priced below online pharmacies.
Compounding was the key. Now Mom and her fur baby rely on Curtis Pharmacy, and they do it in-house. Ever try to give a cat a pill?
Curtis Pharmacy does what other pharmacies wish they could. Cost saving better RX and compounding for people and pets. CurtisPharmacy.com.
My dream field has a scoreboard with a giant TV.
My dream field has dugouts for our mascot to dance on.
My dream field has lights to play at night. And a duck pond.
CNX is making dream fields come true by donating millions of dollars throughout Appalachia. Nominate your field at cnx.com/dreamfields.
Here's what's happened in this section this afternoon. McGuffey losing to Seton LaSalle 6-3. The Rebels had already clinched the section championship. The win today eliminates the Highlanders. Waynesburg knocking off Charleroi 8-5. Charleroi had already clinched. Waynesburg now clinches a playoff spot. That leaves us with Keystone Oaks and Wash High to decide the final spot. Peters Township is playing at South Fayette. This is in the 5A section. Peters Township and South Fayette went to the 6th, tied at 8. Peters scored 5 times after 2 outs in the top of the frame and leads at South Fayette 13-8 at the moment. Trinity is hosting Moon right next door over at Ross Memorial Park. Both Peters and Trinity in the same situation. They clinch a playoff spot with 2 wins and an Upper St. Clair loss. Or if they win once, Upper St. Clair loses twice and the other loses a game. They're in identical situations going in. In 2A, game we had for you this afternoon here at EQT Park, Chartiers Houston failed again in an opportunity to clinch a playoff spot. They need 1 win or a Frazier loss. Neither of those happened today. California beat Chartiers Houston 5-0. Frazier won at home 6-1 against Beth Center. Fort Cherry's already won the section championship, beat Burgettstown 11-6 today. Carmichael's has clinched a 1A playoff spot with a 9-8 win at West Green. Carmichael's was down to their last out, scored twice in the bottom of the 7th to tie the game and went on to score 6 more times, and they win it by a 9-8 score. First pitch swinging, Max Bohm pops up to second baseman Isaac Charnick, and we are underway. Will Callan on the hill for Wash High. Noah Patton catching. Tristan Coney at first. Isaac Charnick at second, with Caleb Patton at short and Xander Henderson over at the hot corner. Trayvon Moy, Bronx Partizzotti, and Jaden Hagan the outfield from left to right. Fastball into Bryce Altenbaugh, the second baseman for Keystone Oaks. 368 batting average on the year. Check Callan's pitching numbers here in just a minute. Off-speed pitch at the letters, that upper outer quadrant of the strike zone, gets the call there. It's 0-2 now on Altenbaugh. 0-2 pitch, swinging a foul tip, and that one got Noah Patton. He ends up laying on his back. And home plate umpire Mike Wright going to go for a little bit of a walk. Let me check Will Callan's pitching numbers. This is his 8th appearance, a 3.41 earned run average. He's worked 37 innings, allowed 34 hits, and 18 earned runs. Walked 16, struck out 27. Opponents batting just .228 against the Wash High right-hander. Also want to let you know that Jeff Morgan has clinched a 1A playoff spot with a 6-1 win against Jeanette. Jeanette can get a playoff spot as well if they return the favor tomorrow. 3 hopper to Caleb Patton at short. Throw to first in time. Altenbaugh retired. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the first inning. And now pitcher Nate Rowe comes to the plate. Rowe hitting .317 on the year, has a couple of home runs. Not a lot of long ball power for either of these teams, but Rowe does have 2 home runs on the season. First pitch from Callan misses wide, ball 1. Prexy's right-hander deals, fastball way outside. Hope during the evening to be able to keep you up to date on the 5A matchups. Fastball misses outside, and it's 3 straight balls to mound opponent Nate Rowe. Trinity hosting Moon, Peters Township looking to finish off South Fayette, then of course Chartiers Valley at Upper St. Clair. And it is a 4-pitch walk. That's 17 walks in 37 innings of work. Looks like we're going to get a courtesy runner at first base as soon as somebody comes out of the dugout. This is one of the things about the NFHS speed-up rules, courtesy runner for pitcher and catcher. It gets more people in the game, that's for sure, but because teams don't have their runner ready to go, the speed-up aspect is a little questionable. The runner here is going to be Reese Bickle. Has 3 stolen bases on the year. And don't want to impugn Nick Riggle and Keystone Oaks alone. Line shot pulled into left field. Shane Falcone with the base hit. So 2 on after 2 out. Bickle up to second base. First pitch swinging Falcone adds to his .348 batting average. And now Brady McDine comes to the plate. Yeah, believe me, Keystone Oaks is not the only team that takes a while to get a sub in. Fastball at the knees, called strike to McDine. .268 average, 5 runs batted in on the season. Would think you'd have more than that in the middle of a lineup, but shows some struggles to score. Comebacker, Callan gets high in the air, gloves it, tosses to first baseman Coney to end the inning. No runs, a hit, a walk, 2 left on after a half inning. Keystone Oaks nothing. Washington coming to bat on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by CNX Foundation.
The cost of living is crushing Pennsylvania families. Property taxes are too high, electric bills keep climbing, and it's hard to make ends meet and plan for the future. I'm Senator Cameron Bartolotta. I'm working hard to lower taxes so you keep more of what you earn. I'm working to make Pennsylvania more business friendly, to attract investment and grow our economy. I'm committed to lowering your energy costs by protecting reliable, affordable power. On May 19th, I'm asking for your vote so I can keep fighting for a more affordable Pennsylvania. Paid for by Cameron for Senate.
Looking for your next getaway? Discover Greene County, Pennsylvania, where small town charm meets wide open adventure. Explore scenic parks and winding trails. Visit historic towns and tour our picturesque covered bridges. Enjoy family-friendly events, hands-on history, and peaceful countryside views. Whether you're planning a day trip or a weekend escape, Greene County has something for everyone. Start planning your visit today at visitgreene.org.
Get your name out there with Bell Print and Stitch in Bentleyville. Whether it's your business, your school, your team, whatever group or organization, Bell Print and Stitch does digital printing, including banners and vehicle graphics. They'll put your logo on anything with embroidery, heat press vinyl, or screen printing, all at competitive prices. Need an online fundraising spirit store? Call 724-207-3408. Bell Print and Stitch on Main Street in Bentleyville. See more on Facebook.
Keystone Oaks right-hander Nate Rowe loosening up. Brandon Kaminsky behind the plate. Billy Brooks at first, Bryce Altenbaugh at second, Tony Libro at third, and Jake Struth is the shortstop. Max Bohm, Brady McDine, and Aaron Beck is the outfield from left around to right. Rowe making his 9th appearance, a slim 133 earned run average, 42 innings of work, has allowed 24 hits, 8 earned runs, walked 8, struck out 64. High school pitcher getting an 8-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio. Opponents hitting a paltry 153 batting average. against Nate Rowe. Update from South Fayette, bottom of the 6th inning. South Fayette on the board. It's 13-9 Peters Township. And based on all that, I certainly hope both of those teams save their best pitcher for tomorrow. Noah Patton will lead off the Washington first, swings at the first pitch, pops it up right side of the infield. First baseman Billy Brooks backpedals and makes the grab. 1 pitch, 1 out. In a league that mandates pitch restrictions, as in 100 per day. 1 pitch, 1 out's a good ratio. Caleb Patton coming to the plate, .414 batting average. First pitch swinging, pulls that foul along the first base dugout. And we apologize, we're single camera here tonight. That was not the plan this afternoon or tonight, but that is where we are. Just wondering if we didn't get drowned by the rain the other day. Ball and a strike the count. Rowe works from the stretch. Pitch to the plate. Strike called. Mike Wright giving both pitchers that upper outer quadrant of the strike zone. Here comes the 1-2. Wave and a miss. Caleb Patton down on strikes. 2 out quickly. And that'll bring up pitcher Will Callan. My math tells me that's 5 pitches. Floor director Eric Bennett confirms he's got the same count. We could both be wrong, but at least we'd be together. Callan, .327 average, has one of the Washington home runs. Swing and a miss. Fastball in on the hands. Peters and South Fayette now at the end of 6. They go to the 7th and outside of McDonald. 13-9 Peters Township leading there. Ball popped up in the infield. First baseman Brooks calling for it. Side of the mound. Makes the grab. Side retired. 2 pop-outs to first and a strikeout. We played 1. Keystone Oaks and Wash-I scoreless on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by CNX Foundation.
You deserve a bank that lifts up your business, that shares your spirits, and your taste for success. At Washington Financial, we pride ourselves on crafting solutions that are as one of a kind as your business is. Go with the bank that gets you. Washington Financial Bank.
This is Coach Guy Montecalvo for the Washington Greene County chapter of the Pennsylvania Sports Hall of Fame, here to invite you to become a member of our chapter and help celebrate the stories of these outstanding athletes, coaches, and teams. For just $10, you'll have the opportunity to vote for respected athletes, coaches, and teams of yesteryear as we recognize these sports figures for their contributions to our rich athletic tradition. We're the Washington Greene County chapter of the Pennsylvania Sports Hall of Fame. Find us online or hit us up on Facebook and be a part of something exceptional.
Let's do something we didn't do ahead of the first inning. Set the Washington defense. Will Callan pitching and Noah Patton behind the plate. Tristan Coney at first, Isaac Charnick at second, Xander Henderson's the third baseman, and Caleb Patton at short. Trayvon Moy in left, Bronx Partizoti in center, and Jaden Hagan is the right fielder. 5 batters to the plate for Keystone Oaks in the first. Washington set down in order in that first inning. Standings as of the moment: Seton LaSalle has clinched the section championship. The Rebels are 10-1. Charleroi drops into a tie with Waynesburg for second place at 6-5. Keystone Oaks just a half game back at 5-5. First pitch in for a called strike to Brandon Kaminsky, .259 average. He has a home run for KO. Washington a game back at that last playoff spot at 4-6. McGuffey has been eliminated at 4-7. Ground ball single up the middle off the bat of Kaminsky. Second hit of the game for Keystone Oaks. And Brownsville at 3-9. Section play wrapped up for the Falcons. Catcher Kaminsky going to give way a little quicker on the courtesy runner this time. Checking into the ball game to run, not really checking in, but presenting to courtesy run, Lino Andraka. Courtesy runner available for the pitcher and catcher unless one of them is listed as position/DH. Then you can't courtesy run for that player. And I'll get into that sometime when we have time. And Draka chased back on the throw over by Calla. Swinging a foul tip, and another one got Noah Patton. He is getting beat up tonight. We've played 1+ inning, and he's gotten hit hard twice already. Peters Township adds a run in the top of the 7th. Runner on the move. Strong throw down to second, and that's going to beat the runner easily. Caught stealing. Great shot by Noah Patton. Beat up or not, he just throws out Andraka looking for his second stolen base. Not happening. 2-4 on the caught stealing. 1 out here in the 2nd inning. Ball and a strike to count. A nice pitch there from Callan to get Patton up out of the chute. Breaking ball, strike called at the letters, inside edge of the plate. If we get a chance, we'll run down standings other places. By the way, Ringgold clinched a playoff spot with a win today. Grounder to third, 2-hopper right into the breadbasket. Henderson lob toss across the diamond. Quickly 2 outs here in the Keystone Oaks 2nd inning. Billy Brooks retired, and that'll bring up third baseman Tony Libro. I mentioned Ringgold. A 2-0 win at home against Laurel Highlands. That clinches for the Rams. They will be the 4th place team in 4A Section 2. Ground ball, 5-6 hole, cut off by Henderson, gets back to his feet, throws across, and the side retires. Circle gets the square. Outstanding play by Xander Henderson. A leadoff single, a caught stealing, and nobody left on. We've played 1.5. Keystone Oaks and Wash-I scoreless on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by CNX Foundation.
Start strong and stay local. CCBC's Washington County College Center gives you the edge to get ahead. High school students can learn to fly before they drive with our Aviation Academy. If helping others is what you do, let us help you. Advanced from LPN to RN and open new doors in your healthcare career. Or get ahead in college by earning general education credits. No matter your path, we're here to help you move forward. Learn more at ccbcwashington.com.
Everybody needs some help these days. Take Jessica's mom.
High deductible. Mom forgets about her pills. I go crazy. But then I heard about Curtis Pharmacy.
See, Curtis Pharmacy cures the crazy. Save with Better RX and Packed by Meds. Ease Jess's quite worried mind.
Better RX has generics priced lower than online pharmacies.
And Packed by Meds has your meds packed in pouches, stamped with a date and time to be taken. No more pill boxes. Dare to compare at curtispharmacy.com.
Welcome back to EQT Park. We get a 1A final score. Greensburg Central Catholic in 5 innings, 16-0 winners over the Mapletown Maples. Bottom of the 2nd, 4-5-6 due up for Washington against Nate Rowe. Fastball in for a called strike to Isaac Charnick, 362 average. Home run, 18 runs batted in. Rowe deals, reach out, flop into center. McDine has it measured and able to make the catch. 4 straight retired by Rowe and the Keystone Oaks defense. Same colors. Sorry. This is not the lineup that I had. Joe Wilson coming to the plate now. Pitch misses high for a ball. Now I'm going to scramble. The lineup I have has Tristan Coney to bat now. Indeed, and that's the lineup I have, and they're going to send Wilson back. First pitch was a ball, and John Deegan go to the bench and make sure, of course, you can make this switch because the at-bat wasn't completed. The batter is supposed to be Tristan Coney. And again, nothing other than taking one pitch happened. So now the Little Prexies get the right batter in, and there is no penalty. So Coney coming to the plate, a .300 batting average. Mike Wright has told the Keystone Oaks dugout, I heard enough about that. Because Wash High caught the mistake themselves and did not allow the at-bat to finish, able to get the right batter in the box and continue the at-bat. Coney rips one foul, evens the count at 1-1. Had Wilson gotten a hit, then Keystone Oaks catches the wrong batter, then you have that penalty. Rowe brings a fastball, and Coney can't catch this one. Swing and a miss. Pitch hits Coney. Drilled him right in the lower back. And he right away just speaks something over to Coney, and certainly at a 1-2 count was not the intent of that pitch, but Coney aboard.
Number 16, Joe Wilson.
Now Joe Wilson comes to the plate correctly. This is the fourth batter of the year hit by Rowe. Fastball up and away. Coney wandered. Back pick throw not nearly in time. The 1-0 count to Wilson. That's low and away. He's seen 3 pitches, 2 this at bat and 1 in the previous position, and none of them in the strike zone. Coney has 4 steals on the year. Very short lead at first. Pitch to Wilson's a breaking ball, and that misses low. 3-0. Be interested to see Wilson still hobbled up with a leg injury. I'll be interested to see if the Little Prexies, if Wilson gets on, if Washington runs for him. Not entitled to a courtesy runner, but you can use a pinch runner. 3-0 Wilson swinging. Comebacker gets over the mound. Shortstop Struth has only 1 play, and again, Wilson can't run, and he is thrown out and then almost turns his ankle on the first base bag. So productive out. Coney to second. 2 outs in the inning. And now Xander Henderson comes to the plate. Bottom of the second, 2 out, a runner at second. Henderson, .277 average. Left-handed batter against Rowe. Takes a fastball for a called strike. His fastball misses off the edge. Left-handed hitting third baseman. Henderson with a couple of nifty plays in the top of the second inning. Chance to put the Little Prexies on the board here in the bottom. Coney to his lead. Henderson late swing, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. "44 innings of work for Nate Rowe has allowed just 8 earned runs. Pirouette to second. Coney chased back. Peters Township and South Fayette go to the bottom of the 7th at South Fayette. 14-9. Peters Township with the lead. Henderson just slaps one foul into the third base coach's box, Head coach John Deegan knocks it down. Had plenty of time to play it back to the pitcher. Count holds at 1-2. Scoreless ball game. Washington needs to win today and again tomorrow to make the playoffs. Rowe outside with a breaking ball. Count even up at 2-2. One note from Keystone Oaks Athletic Director Mark Elphinstone. Tomorrow's game at KO has been changed to a 3 p.m. start. Curveball into turf. Coney digging for third on a recovery at the home, and Coney gets in safely. Good job by Kaminsky. Blocked that ball right toward third, and he scrambled out. A little late break maybe for Coney, but gets in on the wild pitch. And that was bang, bang. Got the foot to the bag and then slid across it. Got a hand down before he came off. 3-2 pitch to Henderson. Strike three looking. Side retired. Hit batter. And a runner left on. We've played two. Keystone Oaks and Wash High scoreless on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by CNX Foundation.
My dream field has a scoreboard with a giant TV.
My dream field has dugouts for our mascot to dance on.
My dream field has lights to play at night. And a duck pond.
CNX is making dream fields come true by donating millions of dollars throughout Appalachia. Nominate your field at cnx.com/dreamfields.
When Governors Wolf and Shapiro tried to impose a carbon tax that would have sent your electric bills through the roof and gutted our energy jobs, I fought back and we won. I'm Senator Camera Bartolotta. I'm proud to stand with our natural gas and coal industries and the hardworking men and women who keep our lights on. I'll keep fighting against Green New Deal schemes that threaten our jobs and our way of life. On May 19th, I'm asking for your vote so I can keep standing up for you. Paid for by Camera for Senate.
And we go to the third scoreless ball game. Strikeout of Henderson, by the way, the second for Nate Rowe. Game of importance for Peters Township and Trinity. Chartiers Valley and Upper St. Clair underway. They're in the bottom of the first. Scoreless at game at Boyce Mayview Park. 9-hitter Jake Struth, the shortstop, comes to the plate, takes the first pitch from Will Callan for a called strike. Callan has allowed 2 hits and a walk through the first 2 innings. Fastball outside edge, called strike. Struth hitting .222 on the year. Comes the 0-2 pitch. That misses up and away. And just to break down what .222 means, 2 hits every 9 official at bats. Pitch misses outside to even the count at 2-2. Callan deals, 2-2 pitch, ground ball past the pitcher, but right there is Isaac Charnock, little bobble, but picks it up and throws on to first to get the out. 1 down. Good look at it on the video there. Ball dropped by Charnock, hit in and then right back out of the glove, but hit sharply and enough time. So we go back to the top of the order. Max Bohm popped out to open the game. Came in with a .333 batting average. That's dropped a point or two since. Off-speed pitch. Drops in for a called strike. Callan deals, misses wide. Pitch down and away from the right-handed batter, evens the count at 1-1. Swing and a miss. That one hopped through and hit home plate umpire Mike Wright, I think, on the foot. Noah Patton, thankful that got through him. He'd gotten hit a couple of times. That one got through the wickets. Now, ball and 2 strikes. 1 out, nobody on. Scoreless ball game into the third. Off speed, misses wide. Outfield playing straight up and particularly shallow in center. Part of Zodi playing there. Ball ripped down the left field line. Getting over is Trayvon Moy. It's a fair ball, and this one's going to go all the way to the corner, bounce off the fence, heading around second and digging for third. The throw's going to be not in time. A 1-out triple for Max Bohm. That'll bring up Altenbaugh.
Number 3, Attenborough.
Bohm with that triple. Pop up. Second baseman Charnick has plenty of room in the closer to the infield green turf than the outfield. Makes the grab for the second out.
Number 15, Rowe.
And now pitcher Nate Rowe comes to the plate. 317 average, walked on 4 pitches his first time up. One strike on Rowe. By the way, for Bohm, the triple, his first this year. One the count now. Callan trying to strand that runner at third and keep the game scoreless. Pitch misses outside and blocked nicely by Patton. A walk here to Rowe is by far not the worst thing that could happen, with first and second bases open and 2 outs. Callan's 2-1 to the plate. Rowe strokes it in the air. Getting over is the center fielder, Partizoti, and he runs it down. Outstanding running play by the center fielder to get the out and strand the runner at third. A 1-out triple and a man left on. We played 2.5. Keystone Oaks and Wash-I scoreless on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by CNX Foundation.
Looking for your next getaway? Discover Greene County, Pennsylvania, where small-town charm meets wide-open adventure. Explore scenic parks and winding trails. Visit historic towns and tour our picturesque covered bridges. Enjoy family-friendly events, hands-on history, and peaceful countryside views. Whether you're planning a day trip or a weekend escape, Greene County has something for everyone. Start planning your visit today at visitgreene.org.
Get your name out there with Bell Print and Stitch in Bentleyville. Whether it's your business, your school, your team, whatever group or organization, Bell Print and Stitch does digital printing, including banners and vehicle graphics. They'll put your logo on anything with embroidery, heat press vinyl, or screen printing, all at competitive prices. Need an online fundraising spirit store? Call 724-207-3408. Bell Print and Stitch on Main Street in Bentleyville. See more on Facebook.
We get a late afternoon final score in the 5A Section 2. Peters Township picks up a 14-9 win against South Fayette. So Peters can clinch with 2 wins plus an Upper St. Clair loss, or with 1 win, 2 Upper St. Clair losses, and a Trinity loss. There will be a quiz following the night, so I hope you've taken good notes or you have a photographic memory, one of the two, because it will be difficult to work your way through all that. Don't think I know all this on top of my head. I have copious notes on all of this stuff. We go to the bottom of the third. Wash-I needs 2 wins, period, the end. Don't need to write that one down. Jaden Hagan, right fielder, will lead off. Brings a .321 average to the plate. Gotta like that in the 8th spot in the batting order. Hagan does not have a home run, but has driven in 10 runs. Also has 5 stolen bases, but you can't steal first. And Nate Rowe has been difficult to get on against. He's throwing a no-hitter, though the Little Prexies did have a 1-out base runner in the second. courtesy of a hit batter. 0-1. Little soft serve single to center. There goes the no-hitter as well. Lead-off single for Hagan. As mentioned, gotta love having that 320-plus batting average in the 8th spot. That'll bring up Trayvon Moy. Moy, by contrast, hitting just 133 on the campaign. Moy does not have a sacrifice bunt. Takes the first pitch low for ball 1. Hagan has 5 steals, a little better lead than we saw last inning from Coney. Bunt shown, pitch fouled off to the backstop. Count even up at 1-1. Not bad form there from Trayvon Moy, but just didn't get the bat square onto the ball. Row to the belt. A little better lead at first, not going. Swinging away, pitch fouled off straight back, and now 1-2 on the 9-hitter Trayvon Moy. Scoreless ball game, bottom of the 3rd inning. Ball off the concrete. Home plate umpire Mike Wright wanted to get a look at that. Make sure it didn't have a flat side. Hagan, again, a little better lead. 1-2 curveball, low bridge. 2-2 the count. Chartiers Valley and Upper St. Clair go to the 2nd scoreless. That's in that 5A Section 2. Two-two curveball, strike 3 looking. Moy frozen in his tracks. 3 strikeouts, 2 of them looking. 1 out here, and now back to the top of the order, and Noah Patton. Patton's .333 average dropped a couple of points with his first pitch pop out. Hagan out about a half step further on his lead. Rowe will throw over, and no tag. Brooks came off the first base bag back toward the pitcher. Patton has 11 runs driven in. Pitch to the plate, grounder to short. Struth to second for 1. The relay to first is not in time and not caught there by Brooks anyway. Noah Patton will take Hagan's place at first on the fielder's choice. 2 down, and that'll bring up Caleb Patton. Patton takes a fastball high, struck out swinging his first time up. Kind of a awkward looking swing to end that at bat there in the first. Short lead for Patton there. Ball popped foul by Caleb Patton. Noah Patton on it first. That ball going to find the seats, third base side. That one almost got over there and out to the kids area, but Rowe at the belt, 1-1, misses high. Boy, Noah Patton got wandering over at first, but didn't go. Rowe looks over the shoulder. Noah Patton shortened up, pitch to Caleb Patton, fouled off once again. Count holds it. 2-2. Runner going, fly ball to center field. Brady McDine trying to get a measure on it. Backpedaling, and will indeed make the grab to end the inning. A leadoff single when a runner left on. We played 3. Keystone Oaks and Wash High scoreless here on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by CNX Foundation.
You deserve a bank that drives your business. One that's with you for the long haul and knows how to keep your business rolling. At Washington Financial, we pride ourselves on delivering customized solutions, ones that are built for the unique journey your business is on. Go with the bank that gets you. Washington Financial Bank.
This is Coach Guy Montecalvo for the Washington Greene County chapter of the Pennsylvania Sports Hall of Fame, an organization that recognizes athletes, coaches, officials, teams, and contributors. Last year, we awarded $7,500 in scholarships to local high school athletes, plus $3,000 to our Courage Award and Edward Monaco Above and Beyond Award winners. We granted money to high school athletes starting their own nonprofit charities and partnered with the Pony League World Series. We encourage you to join us at our next meeting and be a part of something exceptional. The Wash Greene Hall of Fame. Find us online or hit us up on Facebook.
And we go to the fourth inning in a scoreless ball game. Well, it's the second game in a row, and I don't believe in jinxes, so I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Second game in a row that we have just sailed right along. It's still daylight, and we're in the fourth inning of a 7 o'clock high school game. Cannot ask for much more than that. A little delay while Noah Patton gets the catcher's gear on. Going to be 4-5-6 due up for Keystone Oaks. A playoff situation in this 3A Section 4 is very simple. Seton LaSalle has won the championship. Charleroi has clinched a playoff spot. Waynesburg has clinched a playoff spot. McGuffey eliminated. Brownsville eliminated. That leaves Keystone Oaks and Wash High separated by one game in the standings. KO at 5-5, Wash High at 4-6. One Keystone Oaks win puts them in. 2 Wash High wins gives that berth to the Little Prexies. It's just that simple. Shane Falcone takes the first pitch for a called strike. Had the game's first base hit, a 2-out single in the first inning, a grounder in that 5-6 hole. Breaking ball runs away off the plate, a ball and a strike. Moon and Trinity are underway next door. They are scoreless. Chartiers Valley has taken a 1-0 lead in the top of the second against Upper St. Clair. That would be good news for both Peters Township and Trinity. But still a lot to unpack in that section. 2-1 swing and a miss. Good drop on that. Nice 12-7 action on that breaking ball. Or 12-6 action. 12-7. I don't know where that came from. Here's the 2-2 off-speed pitch. Beating the ground. Gets past the third baseman. Sliding attempt by Caleb Patton. But second straight Shane Falcone base hit. And both of them through that 5-6 area. So a leadoff single, second time in 3 innings that Keystone Oaks has the leadoff runner aboard. Couple of steals on the year for Falcone, the designated hitter. Brady McDine, center fielder, checks in, hit a comebacker to the mound. Speaking of the mound, Will Callan throws over to first and chases the runner back. Ball is bunted up the first base line, but it will roll foul and then die in foul territory. Sorry about that. I was trying to get a little better look at what's going on at Boyce Mayview Park, but that's not working so well, so we'll just leave it at that. No balls and a strike to count on the 5-hitter, Brady McDine. Another throw over. We do not have the disengagement rule in high school that we so appreciate and like in the professional game. Short lead for Falcone, not running. Fastball misses outside, evens the count at 1-1. Callan has allowed 4 hits, 3 singles, and a triple, but so far zeros on the scoreboard. Pitch fouled off straight back. That got over the right shoulder of both catcher Noah Patton and home plate umpire Mike Wright. And again, that one off the concrete wall, and Wright wants a closer look at that ball. 1-2 to McDine. A little better lead at first for Falcone. Fastball misses high, and that may have impacted Callan a little bit. Pitch to the plate, 2-2, stays high as well. Now, if you're Nick Riggle, do you put Falcone in motion? Callan at the belt. The answer is no. Ball pop foul. That's going to get over the fence, netting, and into the stands about 8 rows below our seat and 1 section over to the right. Count holds at 3-2. Falcone not running. Fastball in the turf. It's 2 on and nobody out here to open the 4th inning. Had McDine behind in the count, but the walk, the second in the game allowed by Callan, brings up Brandon Kaminsky. Ground ball single his first time up. Batting now with 2 on and nobody out. Shortstop Caleb Patton keeps the runner close. Breaking ball drops in for a called strike to Kaminsky. Kaminsky singled, and then his courtesy runner Andraka was caught stealing. Swing and a miss, a breaking ball that just seemed like it was never going to get there. Way out in front on the swing. Will Callan steps off. I'll chase the runner back, particularly Falcone at second. Over at first, McDine has the fielder in front of him. That's Coney. This breaking ball tried to go to that well 2 pitches in a row. This time, good job by Kaminsky to lay off. Count 1-2, and I believe this was the count that he singled his first time up. Here's the 1-2 pitch, breaking ball, swing and a miss. 3 straight curveballs from Callan, and Kaminsky down on strikes. It's the first strikeout of the game for the Washington right-hander. It'll bring up first baseman Billy Brooks. First of 2 straight ground ball outs handled by Henderson at third, first time up. Step off and fake a throw, nobody home at second base. I think the Little Prexies would take a ground ball to Henderson right at the bag right now. Fastball away. Callan checks the runner. Comes to the plate high and tight. 2 balls and no strikes. The thing is, you can't get so concerned about base runners and holding them close and then lose your grip on the strike zone. 2-0 off speed, right down the middle, swing and a miss. 2 balls and a strike. 1 out here in the KO 4th inning. Throw to second, and Charnick wasn't at the bag, but he came running in, caught it, and scrambling back in was Falcone. Charnick didn't catch the ball cleanly, and therefore Falcone a lot easier back in than looked. Off-speed pitch drops low, 3-1 now. Callan roll the shoulders down, a little disgusted look at the where that pitch ended up. And now the belt, the pitch to the plate, way inside, and the bases are loaded. 2 walks in the inning, 3 in the game now. Bases are loaded and 1 out. Tony Libro stands in. He hit the sharp ground ball that Henderson laid out and snared, got his balance back and threw to Coney that ended the second inning. But now the base is loaded and 1 out. First pitch swinging, fouled off. Single, walk, strikeout, walk. Bases loaded and 1 down here in the KO 4th inning. 0-1 pitch. Nice backhand pick by Noah Patton to keep that from going to the backstop. One ball, one strike. A little delay here at home plate. But they're ready to go. Libro 231 average. Line shot. That one's going to find the turf in center field. 1 run is in. Rounding third. McDine coming to the plate. The relay not in time and nobody backing up. Callan standing beside the mound watching. And so 2 runs are in and the other runners end up at second and third. Libro, just his 4th and 5th RBIs of the year, and Keystone Oaks has taken a 2-0 lead. 2 hits, 2 walks in this inning. And Libro to second base on the E3 on the throw. And now Struth, the 9-hitter, stands in with runners at second and third and still only 1 out. Check swing, pitches a strike. Callan checks the runners. Ball popped up in the infield. Second baseman Charnick with it. Out recorded. Runners have to hold. And we go back to the top of the order. Max Bohm comes to the plate. Triple and a pop out in his 2 at-bats. Two outs in the KO 4th inning. 2 runs across. Off-speed pitch misses high for ball 1. Callan from the belt. Pitch to the plate in the turf. Knocked down. Going to be a play at the plate. Throw to the pitcher covering. And the out at home. Trying to advance on a pass ball. Billy Brooks is tagged out. Play goes 2-1 to end the inning. But not before Keystone Oaks scores 2 runs on 2 hits, a Washington error, and 1 left on. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Keystone Oaks 2, Wash High nothing on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by CNX Foundation.
Start strong and stay local. CCBC's Washington County College Center gives you the edge to get ahead. High school students can learn to fly before they drive with our Aviation Academy. If helping others is what you do, let us help you. Advance from LPN to RN and open new doors in your healthcare career. Or get ahead in college by earning general education credits. No matter your path, we're here to help you move forward. Learn more at ccbcwashington.com.
Jessica is a working mom and now takes care of her mom. Jess is a good daughter.
Mom needs to stay at home and be independent. Not always easy, but Curtis Pharmacy made it so easy and affordable for us.
The cost savings are real. Generics often priced below online pharmacies.
Compounding was the key. Now Mom and her fur baby rely on Curtis Pharmacy, and they do it in-house. Ever try to give a cat a pill?
Curtis Pharmacy does what other pharmacies wish they could. Cost saving, better RX, and compounding for people and pets. CurtisPharmacy.com.
Go to the bottom of the 4th. Wash High trailing for the first time. It'll be Will Callan, Isaac Charnick, Tristan Coney batting up against Nate Rowe, guy that's tough to get anything done against. The Little Prexies have just had 2 base runners, hit batter in the 2nd and a single in the 3rd. and now down 2-0. Speaking of 2-0, Trinity leading Moon 2-0. Moon sits atop 5A Section 2 with an 8-2 mark, and Trinity with a 2 spot in the bottom of the first, and still nobody out, runners at the corners. First pitch to Will Callan, check swing, and it's going to be called a swing by home plate umpire Mike Wright. Callan popped out the first in his only at bat. Fastball swung on and missed. Good cut, but over top of that heater. Again, our apologies, single camera tonight here at EQT Park. Hopefully we'll have that remedied ahead of whatever action we have tomorrow. Nice check there by Callan to not go around. We know this. Chartiers Houston, is in a win and you're in situation. Fastball high. Depending on what happens with the Upper St. Clair Chartiers Valley game tonight and the Trinity Moon game, Tapper to short. Struth gets a nice second hop and is throw to first in time for the first out here in the inning. Going to bring up Isaac Charnick, the second baseman. We already know that Peters Township has won. Oh, if Upper St. Clair would lose tonight, Peters would be a win and you're in situation. If Trinity wins and Upper St. Clair loses, Trinity would be in a win and you're in situation tomorrow as well. And I'll take a look at the other Washington County teams when we get a chance here. Sharp roller to second. Altenbaugh handles it there. Charnick retired. And Nate Rowe mowing him down, which is what he has done. 153 opponent batting average, a 133 earned run average in 42 innings of work. He's mowing him down. 2 out, nobody on. Coney stands in. Takes a breaking ball, and he's thinking, man, I got hit last time. That ball started right at him. Fastball lifted, fouling out a play over. Well, no, onto the roof here. Coney, part of that strange at bat that started with Joe Wilson in the batter's box, took one pitch, and John Deegan realized that Prexies had their order messed up in the dugout and sent Wilson back to the on-deck circle, got Coney into the batter's box, and with 1-2 or 2-2, he got hit with a fastball. Foul ball straight back. Coney taking his cuts there. 2 out, nobody on. Washington down 2-0. And a 2-2 pitch is due to first baseman Tristan Coney. Rowe works from the stretch. Pitch to the plate. Breaking ball. Swing and a miss. 4th strikeout. Washington retired in order for the second time in 4 innings. We've played 4 complete. Keystone Oaks 2, Washington 0 on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by CNX Foundation.
My dream field has a scoreboard with a giant TV.
My dream field has dugouts for our mascot to dance on.
My dream field has lights to play at night. And a duck pond.
CNX is making dream fields come true by donating millions of dollars throughout Appalachia. Nominate your field at cnx.com/dreamfields.
The cost of living is crushing Pennsylvania families. Property taxes are too high, electric bills keep climbing, and it's hard to make ends meet and plan for the future. I'm Senator Cameron Bartolotta. I'm working hard to lower taxes so you keep more of what you earn. I'm working to make Pennsylvania more business friendly to attract investment and grow our economy. I'm committed to lowering your energy costs by protecting reliable, affordable power. On May 19th, I'm asking for your vote so I can keep fighting for a more affordable Pennsylvania. Paid for by Cameron for Senate.
We go to the top of the 5th. Keystone Oaks with a 2-0 lead, looking to snatch the final playoff spot in 3A Section 4. KO wins, they're in. A Wash High win would set up a winner goes, loser goes home game tomorrow. And again, just a note, because of the forecasted weather, Keystone Oaks has moved the start time to tomorrow's game, which is played at Point Park Field, which is next to the old Parkway Center Mall, right there off the Parkway. That game has been moved up to 3 p.m. Across the parking lot, Trinity has put up a 4 spot on Moon in the top of the first, and the Hillers still batting with nobody out. We go to the top of the KO batting order. Max Bohm was in the batter's box when the short pass ball occurred, and Billy Brooks tried to score from third and didn't get there in time. First pitch to Bohm is high for a ball. Ground ball past the third baseman Henderson into left field. Sharp single to open the 5th inning. Third time in 5 that KO has had a leadoff base runner. All by base hits. Kaminsky, Falcone, and now Bohm with leadoff singles. Altenbaugh to the plate. He's 0 for 2. Bohm on at first, has 6 steals on the year. Callan just gets the hands together and turns and throws to first, not in time. Pitch to the plate. Offer is the indication from home plate umpire Mike Wright. Count even up at 1-1. Callan trying to keep it right where it is. 2-0 deficit against the starter Nate Rowe. It's already a hill to climb. Swinging a foul tip. That ball was coming. Get a good look at this. That pitch was coming right at Altenbaugh. Almost a self-defense swing there. Yeah, maybe not quite as at him as I thought, but certainly in off the plate. And fouled it off. 1-2 the count. Bohm at first. That pitch hits in the turf. About 5 feet shy of home and way out in the middle of the left-handed batter's box, and maybe a little further than halfway out. That pitch spiked by Callan, an off-speed pitch off the mark. 2-2 the count. Noah Patton asks for a new signal from the dugout, gets that. Fastball away. 3-2. Single and a walk opened the gates in the 4th inning for Keystone Oaks. Both of those runners eventually came across to score in that inning. The only runs on the board so far. Chartiers Valley leads Upper St. Clair 1-0 after 3. High and tight, and again, single and a walk to open the frame. That's the 4th walk of the game allowed by Callan. And the little Prexy's playing with fire here. Already down 2-0. Now 2 on, nobody out. We're going to get a trip to the mound. .71 pitches, so Callan not helping himself. Traffic on the bases in every inning. 2-out walk and a base hit in the first, leadoff single in the second, but only 3 batters to the plate that inning because of a caught stealing. 1-out triple in the third, single walk in the fourth, then another walk and a base hit. And that second base hit drove in the game's 2 runs. And now single and a walk to open this 5th inning here, coming into the heart of the lineup. Nate Rowe has 12 runs batted in and a couple of home runs. 0 for 1 plus a walk tonight. Bohm at second, Altenbaugh at first. Pitch to Rowe, fastball wide. Trinity settles for a 4 spot in the top of the first against Moon, next door at Ross Memorial Park. Ground ball, third baseman Henderson knocks it down, but can't get it in the glove, can't get to the bag ahead of the runner. Going to be a base hit. That'll load the bases with nobody out. And again, a courtesy runner, Reese Bickle, going to come on.
Number 10, Falco.
Callan got what he needed, but just not cleanly played there by Henderson. Back behind the bag was going to be difficult. At best, he would have been able to get Bohm coming into him, but don't think he would have had a play at first base. Now the infield up all the way around, bases loaded, nobody out. Line shot back to the pitcher, knocked it down, picks it up, throws to first, or throws to home to get the lead runner. Play to first, not in time. Base umpire ruling that Coney had come off the bag. I don't know that that throw beats him anyway. Now Washington coach is going to come out and check on Will Callan, or at least start that direction. Coaches will stop now, and the athletic trainers will check him out. Play at the plate goes 1-2. Other runners advance. And Falcone aboard on the fielder's choice. That'll bring up Brady McDine. And Callan will stay on. So now 1 out here in the Keystone Oaks 5th inning. Bases still loaded, infield still up for the most part. And now middle infielders are going to back up. And this is that halfway, non-committal either direction. First pitch to McDine, fouled off straight back to the netting. McDine 0 for 1 plus a walk, a run scored. Fastball outside, 1-1. Will Callan trying to get out of this full-blown jam, misses high. 2 balls and a strike. We know that Chartiers Houston has a game pick-off throw to second, and they got the runner there. 2 outs. Charnick busted it to second, and the courtesy runner Bickle was caught napping and is retired 1-4 on the pickoff. 2 outs in the inning now, and the infield can go back to regular depth. Some kind of words there between Bickle and Charnick, perhaps. Base umpire on that side just sent Bickle to the dugout. Just go. Now Falcone with no runner in front of him. Pitch in the turf. Nice diving stop by Noah Patton. 3-1 the count. Now with 2 outs again, a walk is not the worst thing to happen here. KO had the bases loaded. Now pop up into shallow left center field. It's going to get down and drive in a run. Heading for third, the throw in time, and the out there. Oh no, the call safe. Wow, the throw was there ahead of the runner. I don't know if Henderson didn't get the tag on. That ball really well played by center fielder Pardizotti, set up and through. And a good call. Foot to the bag before the tag to the chin. Henderson did not get the tag down on the foot. Now John Deegan going to come out. And I wonder if we're going to get a pitching change here. Now the RBI single for Brady McDine, and I go back, the 3-1 count. No, we're not. We're going to get a conference with the base umpire. I mentioned that a walk would not have been the worst thing. RBI single, third hit of the inning. And it's now 3-0 Keystone Oaks. Deegan has his word with the base umpire, and from the replay we have, looked to be a good call. That slide into third by the base runner Falcone. Maybe a little double clutch there by the outfielder, and the tag up high after the foot had gotten to the base. So Kaminsky to bat now, runners at second and third. Henderson cuts across and throws the ball off the mark, and E5. Ruled on the batter's favor on the ground ball that Henderson didn't field cleanly back behind the third base bag this time, and E5, no question, and it allows the run to come across to make it 4-0.
Number 7, Brooks.
And now Billy Brooks to the plate. Perhaps an opportunity to get out of it, but the Little Prexies can't get the door closed. And now Brooks standing in, 0 for 1 plus a walk. Runner breaks from first, and now trying to look at the pickle play here, throw into third. Henderson will come to the plate. Ball dropped by the catcher, and Keystone Oaks going to end up with the bases at second and third because of the errant throw. The ball dropped by catcher Patton, and by the time he got it back, the runner able to scramble back in. And I think if he gets it the first time he goes down, but I think he went down and then looked before he got a hold of it and had to go back and get it a second time. So the stolen base at second. First pitch to the plate, wave and a miss by Brooks. And just not clean defensively by the Little Prexies here, particularly in the last two innings, and it's hurting them, and already struggling at the plate to get anything done against Nate Rowe. Ball on a strike. Pitch misses high, 2-1. Next door, Moon plating a couple of runs in the top of the second and still batting. 4-2 Trinity leading there. Fastball misses low and away, and Will Callan showing signs of an extended inning here and wearing out. 3-1 count here to Billy Brooks. And it's ball 4. Back pick throw. Prexi's looking for an interference call on the batter. No such situation. So the bases loaded once again. 5th walk of the ball game allowed by Patton. And Tony Libro comes to the plate. 1 for 2 in the game. He's hit the ball hard twice. Swings at the first pitch. Tapper back to the pitcher. Took a funny hop. Good recovery. Throw to first. Dropped by Tristan Coney. And the inning continues, and another run across. Third error of the game on Washington. 5-0 Keystone Oaks. And the 9-hitter, the shortstop Jake Struth, comes to the plate. That all kind of got started with that little cue shot. The spin on the ball had it hop past Callan, but his flip throw in plenty of time, and Coney just didn't catch it. 5-0 Keystone Oaks leads. 1-0 to Struth, misses high. 2 balls and no strikes to the 9-hitter. On the danger now for the Little Prexies is a big hit here in the 9 spot after the inning should have been over twice. Could really be a problem. Strike called at the upper edge of the strike zone, outer edge. I mentioned this earlier. Mike Wright has called that pitch consistently. Both sides, both teams, both right and left-handed batters. Fastball in the turf, and now it's 3-1. And think back 4 batters ago, the 3-1 count to McDine with a base open. Base hit, E5, walk, E3. Here's the 3-1, strike called. Runners on the windup will be on the move here with 2 out and a 3-2 count. Payoff pitch in the turf. It's 6-0. RBI walks. First RBI of the year for Jake Struth. And John Deegan making the long, slow walk out of the dugout. Bases are still loaded, and now back to the top of the order. Pitch count at 92, so Deegan can let Callan work to the to Bohm here, but he will not. Going to make the move. He charged with 6 runs in the game. Also responsible for Brooks, Libro, and Struth still aboard. Looks like Caleb Patton is going to come on to pitch. Inning should have been over twice, at least. Let's see what other defensive moves the Little Prexies make. But already in a hole, 2-0 against Rowe, who has just been so very stingy, tough to even hit. But now the 2 errors in this inning. Callan and Patton trade positions. Will Callan now playing short. And Caleb Patton coming to the pitcher's mound. And you're at the top of the order, and you got to believe Max Bohm is just looking for something to sink his teeth into. Caleb Patton's 10th appearance of the year. And fly ball to right on the first pitch. Hagan gets it measured and in the glove to retire the side, but not before Keystone Oaks plates 4 runs. There were 3 hits, 2 errors, and the bases left loaded. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. The score now, Keystone Oaks 6, Wash High nothing on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by CNX Foundation.
Looking for your next getaway? Discover Greene County, Pennsylvania, where small-town charm meets wide-open adventure. Explore scenic parks and winding trails. Visit historic towns and tour our picturesque covered bridges. Enjoy family-friendly events, hands-on history, and peaceful countryside views. Whether you're planning a day trip or a weekend escape, Greene County has something for everyone. Start planning your visit today at visitgreene.org.
Get your name out there with Bell Print and Stitch in Bentleyville. Whether it's your business, your school, your team, whatever group or organization, Bell Print and Stitch does digital printing, including banners and vehicle graphics. They'll put your logo on anything with embroidery, heat press vinyl, or screen printing, all at competitive prices. Need an online fundraising spirit store? Call 724-207-3408. Bell Print and Stitch on Main Street in Bentleyville. See more on Facebook.
Book complete on Will Callan, 4 2/3 innings, charged with 6 runs, 3 earned, 8 hits, walked 5, and struck out 1. 6-0. Keystone Oaks with the lead. Joe Wilson will lead off the Washington 5th inning. Wilson grounded out to short, and again, Wilson got to hit the ball a long way to get on base. Just the wheels are in bad shape, and one injury after another in his high school career, in football, in wrestling, in baseball, the impact. No balls and a strike, 0-1 the count. Pitch misses low, evens the count at 1-1. Washington has just 1 hit off Nate Rowe. Breaking ball, lifted foul, gonna find a way to the walkway between the stadium seats and the second level bleachers. 1-2 the count. One-two curveball. Wilson caught looking. 5 strikeouts for Rowe. 1 out here in the 5th. Again, with the 5A section, all kind of machinations going on in who has to do what to get in because of the jumble at the bottom half of the zone or standings. This is all pretty clear here, especially after the Waynesburg win over Charleroi and Seton LaSalle ousting McGuffey. It's very simple. Keystone Oaks gets in with 1 win. Washington needs 2 wins to make the playoffs. Breaking ball, bunt shown, pitch taken for a called strike. It's 1-1. Pitch to Henderson. Breaking ball below the zone. 2-1. Plays just not made in that 5th inning. Ball bunted at, and it's strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Curveball, wave and a miss. 3 straight strikeouts now for Nate Rowe. Washington has had only 2 base runners in the game.
Number 12, Jake Hagan.
That's 8 straight batters to the plate that have either been retired themselves or hit into a force play. Hagan swings at the first pitch and fouls it out onto Tritch drive. Moon still batting in the top of the 2nd. It is 4-2. Trinity leading there, a game the Hillers really need to win. Fastball away. 2 out, and Moon has the bases loaded. One curveball that hits Hagan. That'll break the streak. 2nd hit batter tonight, and 5th of the year by Nate Rowe. That'll bring up left fielder Trayvon Moy. Moy 0 for 1 in the game. Fastball goes to the backstop. Not much chance there for Kaminsky. Easily into 2nd on the wild pitch is Hagan. This is Moy's 2nd time to the plate. By contrast, Max Bohm has batted 4 times for KO. 1-0 fastball, that's spiked as well. Goes to the backstop, to third, goes Hagan, takes a turn. A little slow to get to the plate is Rowe, but boy, down 6-0. You can't make that out at home plate trying to go from second all the way home. Back-to-back wild pitches, giving away 180 feet on the bases. Here's a 2-0 pitch, fastball high. Moon has scored again. It's 4-3 Trinity. That fastball is a called strike at the letters. Right down the middle of the plate. The 9-hitter Moy, batting just 133 coming into the game, takes that. Here's the 3-1. That strike call. That one a little lower. And now a full count. Rose 3-2 pitch, ground ball to 5-6 hole, diving, grabbed by the shortstop Struth, but has no play. RBI single for Trayvon Moy, his third run batted in as Hagan comes home to score. So the hit batter and 2 wild pitches helped the Little Prexies get on the board and turn the order over back to Noah Patton.
Top order, number 7, Noah Patton.
It's 6-1 now. Got to start somewhere, and the Little Prexies start with 2 out. Curveball to Patton, swung on and missed. Just the second hit of the game, and the 2 Washington hits coming in the 8 and 9 spots in the batting order. Rowe at the belt, pitch to the plate, it's a curveball for strike 2. Nate Rowe approaching 70 pitches. He's been really pretty efficient, has plenty of room to get to the distance. High fastball swung on and missed, and Patton down on strikes to end the inning. 3 strikeouts in the frame and 7 in the game. But Washington gets a run on 1 hit, leaves a runner aboard. We've played 5. Keystone Oaks 6, Wash I 1 on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by CNX Foundation.
You deserve a bank that brings fresh ideas to your business. One that can see you're a cut above and knows you like you know your customers. At Washington Financial, we pride ourselves on preparing personalized solutions, ones that cater to the unique needs of your business. Go with the bank that gets you. Washington Financial Bank.
This is Coach Guy Montecalvo for the Washington Greene County chapter of the Pennsylvania Sports Hall of Fame, here to invite you to become a member of our chapter and help celebrate the stories of these outstanding athletes, coaches, and teams. For just $10, you'll have the opportunity to vote for respected athletes, coaches, and teams of yesteryear as we recognize these sports figures for their contributions to our rich athletic tradition. We're the Washington Greene County chapter of the Pennsylvania Sports Hall of Fame. Find us online or hit us up on Facebook and be a part of something exceptional.
We go to the 6th here at EQT Park, 6-1 lead for Keystone Oaks, and they'll be at the 2, 3, 4 spots in this inning against Caleb Patton, coming on to work his 2nd inning of relief. Let me check some numbers for you on Patton. His 10th appearance, a .517 earned run average. To get there, Patton has worked 23 innings, allowed 29 hits, 17 earned runs, has walked 19 and struck out 25. Opponents hitting .293, but nearly a walk per inning. We mentioned earlier Rowe's numbers: 8 walks, 64 strikeouts coming into the ball game. He has not walked a batter tonight, but has hit 2, but struck out 7. By contrast, those Patton numbers. First pitch swinging, Altenbaugh with a ground ball base hit through the right side. Yet another inning with a leadoff runner aboard. It's the fourth inning of the last 5 with a leadoff base hit. And now pitcher Rowe comes to the plate. Patton steps off. Throw to first and Altenbaugh back in. Obviously down 6-1 with 6 outs to work with. Little Prexy's got to slam the door here. Rowe takes a pitch in the dirt. .317 average. Bumped that up a little bit. 1 for 2 tonight. A base hit. Also hit a fly ball into left center field, tracked down by Partizoti, and a nice running grab to end the 3rd inning. After 4 innings at Boyce Mayview, Upper St. Clair has taken a 2-1 lead on Chartiers Valley. Fastball spiked off the chin then of catcher Noah Patton. It goes to the first base dugout netting. Easily Altenbaugh into second on the wild pitch. And our thanks to Dane Andrews keeping us posted on that game as well. Trinity batting in the home half of the 2nd with a 4-3 lead. Regardless of what happens in that Upper St. Clair game, the Hillers can use a win. And if Upper St. Clair wins, Trinity has to win to stay in the race. 3 balls and a strike, and this pitch misses low for ball 4. So get this, single and a walk to open the inning. Callan got in trouble with that run in the 4th and 5th, and now Caleb Patton does that same thing. Base hit and a walk to bring up Shane Falcone. Courtesy runner at first is Reese Bickle. Bickle got picked off at second base in a bases loaded situation. He was the 2nd out, and it looked like the Little Prexies might get out of it, but that was not to be the case. There in the 5th. Fly ball to right. A lot of room down that right field line. Ball tailing foul. Fortunate banana slice off the bat there to get that ball into foul territory. There's no way Jaden Hagan can cover as much distance as he would have needed to cover to get to that ball. And now playing a more straight up right field. Ground ball foul wide of first, and that's going to go down into that bullpen area. Now no balls and 2 strikes on cleanup hitter Shane Falcone. Ground ball past the diving first baseman Coney. Hagan coming in, runner rounding third, play back to the infield, and they don't make a play at the plate. Well, an 0-2 pitch and just a reach out single to right by Falcone, and very short ground ball single, and again Hagan does not make the throw to the plate. RBI for Falcone, his 8th of the year. And runners at the corners, and still nobody out. I mentioned that base hit and a walk to open the inning. Keystone Oaks taking full advantage of it. Fastball misses low and away for a ball. Pitch in the turf again. Runner late break from first. And going to get the stolen base. Falcone takes second. His 3rd steal of the year. And now second and third with nobody out, the margin back to 6. And we regularly reference this. Fastball low, 3-0. We play 7 innings by regulation. Extend that if we're tied after 7. The game can be shortened to 5 or 6 innings by a 10-run margin. Losing team having batted at least as many times as the leading team. 3-0 pitch in for a strike at the knees. 2-1 and nobody out. Infield up all the way around. High fastball loads the bases. Patton's second walk in the inning. 2 singles and 2 walks, and the bases are loaded. 6-run margin at the moment. Kaminsky represents what would be the triggering run in the run rule situation, but Washington would get to bat. Fastball on the outside edge is a called strike. Kaminsky with a base hit. Also reached on an error and scored in that 5th inning. Swing and a miss, and he's now in an 0-2 hole. Infield up all the way around in front of the baselines. Here's the 0-2 Kaminsky. A flare to right, gonna get down. 1 run will score. It'll be station to station. Kaminsky's 7th RBI of the season. That plates the courtesy runner Bickle. 3rd hit of the inning. Base is still loaded, still nobody out, and Billy Brooks comes to the plate. Brooks has walked twice. Infield still up. Washington defense recognizing the peril that they are in now. Outfield shallowed up as well. Well, a ball hitting the gap could end up in it being a home run. Swing and a miss. Brooks comes up empty. Hitting just .233 on the year and a couple of ticks lower than that. Ball lifted foul to the backstop netting. And the count now at 1-2 on the 7-hitter for Keystone Oaks. One-two outside. Washington fans wanted that call, but that ball really over the line of the batter's box. Yeah, outside. What good look at it there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch to the plate. Brooks pops it up foul. That's going to find the seats. 11 hits in the ball game for Keystone Oaks. Little Prexies have been held to 2 singles, and both of those coming in the 8 and 9 spots. Pitch in the turf. That'll fill the count at 3-2. Nowhere to put him. Billy Brooks stands back in. Caleb Patton brings a payoff pitch. Strike 3 looking. First out of the inning. First strikeout of the game for Caleb Patton. If you're head coach Nick Riggle, you want more than a staring strikeout on a pitch coming right down the heart of the plate. Now Tony Libro stands in, pitch in the turf. Nicely handled by Noah Patton. Bases loaded and 1 out. Infield up. Ball fouled straight back. Count even up at a ball and a strike. And now 2-1. Libro a hit, reached on an error. Also retired on an outstanding play by Xander Henderson at third. Pitch at the knees is a called strike. Caleb Patton, Isaac Charnick, Will Callen, Lane Crawford, and Joe Wilson, all seniors on this Washington team. Breaking ball misses inside. And that'll take us full once again, 3-2. Prexy's baseball team has struggled the last several years, but had control of their own destiny coming into tonight's game. Still do, but got to rally. 3-2 pitch, ground ball through the drawn-in infield. 1 run is in, make it 9-1 Keystone Oaks. Tony Libro with his 3rd RBI tonight drove in the first 2 runs of the game. 4th hit of the inning. The bases are still loaded. And that'll bring up Jake Struth. Nine-hitter. In the batting orders, the 8th man to bat in this frame. Fastball outside. 10 men came to the plate in the 5th. And already 8 here in the 6th. Struth takes high. Two balls, no strikes. Base is full of Golden Eagles with their hands firmly around the final playoff spot. Taking ball for a called strike. Started right at the batter, Struth, and kind of lunged the hips back and saw the ball break over the plate. Comes the 2-1. Patton spikes that one. Another snare by Noah Patton to keep that from going to the backstop. Score is 9-1. Bases loaded and 1 out in the 6th. Again, KO trying to get to a place where they can shorten the game. (3-1) to Struth. Breaking ball misses low. Ball 4, an RBI walk. Struth's 2nd RBI walk of the game. 3rd walk of the inning allowed by Caleb Patton. We're going to get a trip to the mound. 4 hits, 3 walks in the frame, and the 9th man to bat as we go back to the top of the order. Max Bohm, 2 for 4 in the game. Triple, single, a couple of fly ball outs as well. We're going to get a pitching change. Xander Henderson going to come on and pitch. For Henderson, his 5th appearance of the year. He's worked 8 1/3 innings, allowed 15 hits and 8 earned runs. Do the math, that's about a 7 earned run average. Walked 2, struck out 8. Opponent's hitting .341 against the right-hander. Some other changes here now with Henderson coming on. Looks like Coney is going to move to 3rd. Charnick will move to first base from 2nd. That'll put Caleb Patton to 2nd. So pitcher to 2nd, 2nd to 1st, 1st to 3rd. That's your defensive changes. And the end of the meaningful part of the season for the Little Prexies is staring them square in the face as we see a 10-1 score and only 1 out with the bases still loaded with Keystone Oaks Golden Eagles. Washington will get to bat in the bottom of the 6th even if KO pushes this to the 10-run margin. They will be in the 2, 3, 4 spots when we go to that bottom of the 6th. But first things first, you got to get out of where you are. And now Max Bohm, for the second time in the game, will bat against a new pitcher. Flew out on the first pitch from Caleb Patton to right. Pitch to Bohm, misses high for a ball. The infield comes back up in front of the baseline. Courtesy runner Andrarka at third. Breaking ball for a called strike right at the knees against Bohm. Andrarka at third, Libro at second, and Struth at first. Struth with his second RBI walk. Pitch misses outside from Henderson. Two-one count, one out and the base is loaded. Pitch swung on and missed, ran that in on the hands of Bohm. Bohm's .333 average has gone up a few points with his 2-for-4 night. Chance to drive in a couple of runs here. Off-speed pitch, looked at it, did not go. The breaking ball runs off the plate. Washington defense, they want to appeal, and there is no swing, is the ruling there. The check, and I got to agree, did not cross the front of the plate. And now 3-2 count. Xander Henderson gets a sign. Well, no, he doesn't get a sign because he steps off because Patton behind the plate wanted a different sign. 3-2, swing and a miss. So now 2 out in the inning. Bryce Altenbaugh comes to the plate. He singled to open this inning. 2 outs now. Altenbaugh pops the first pitch from Henderson, foul and out of play. Well, if Washington can shut the door here and keep it at a 9-run deficit, they would guarantee themselves at least 7 innings. Altenbaugh flares it foul, and he's now behind the count 0-2. Following the game, we'll recognize our player of the game, brought to you by Washington County College Center, operated by Community College of Beaver County. Altenbaugh flares another one foul. Just sticking the bat out, the 2-hitter. Got to figure a 2-hitter, traditional lineup, good bat control. 0-2, strike 3 looking, and the side is retired. Henderson comes on to strike out both batters that he faces, but not before Keystone Oaks puts up 4 runs in the inning with 4 hits, 4 walks, 3 left on base. We played 5.5. Keystone Oaks 10, Wash High 1 on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by CNX Foundation.
Start strong and stay local. CCBC's Washington County College Center gives you the edge to get ahead. High school students can learn to fly before they drive with our Aviation Academy. If helping others is what you do, let us help you. Advanced from LPN to RN and open new doors in your healthcare career. Or get ahead in college by earning general education credits. No matter your path, we're here to help you move forward. Learn more at ccbcwashington.com.
Everybody needs some help these days. Take Jessica's mom.
High deductible. Mom forgets about her pills. I go crazy. But then I heard about Curtis Pharmacy.
See, Curtis Pharmacy cures the crazy. Save with Better RX and Packed by Meds. Ease Jess's quite worried mind.
Better RX has generics priced lower than online pharmacies.
And Packed by Meds has your meds packed in pouches, stamped with a date and time to be taken. No more pill boxes. Dare to compare at curtispharmacy.com.
Wash High needs 9 runs before they allow 6 outs. 10-1 deficit going to the bottom of the 6th inning. 2, 3, 4 hitters. Those of you like me old enough to remember with any meaning the 1979 Pirates runs, you'll recall that when the The Pirates started in the 2 spot in the batting order, led off by with Tim Foley, that things oftentimes happen in a very positive way. So we'll see if Wash-I can tie into some of that. But KO with a 10-1 lead. First pitch from Rowe to Caleb Patton in for a strike. Comes back with a fastball and misses away. Patton was the shortstop, then the pitcher, now the second baseman. Ball goes to the backstop, 2-1. Across the parking lot, Trinity with a 5-3 lead on Moon in the batting. Hiller's batting in the bottom of the 3rd inning. 2-1 fastball misses inside. Been a long time since Nate Rowe was on the mound. You know, we talked about that in the Pirate game the other night when the Pirates drew those 7 walks in the 1 inning, about how long it had been between innings. But here in the high school game, Rowe has that same situation. He'll take it with the runs coming across, but gives up the walk to Caleb Patton to open the frame. First walk allowed by Rowe, and just the 9th walk of the season in 47 innings of work. Also hit 2 batters tonight. Batter is Will Callan. Swings to the first pitch and laces a foul ball. Two hits, a walk, 2 hit batters. That's the base running numbers for the Little Prexies tonight. Swing and a miss. Callan, pitcher of record for the Little Prexies. Swing and a miss. Callan down on strikes, 3 pitches, 8 strikeouts in the game. Well, there's that ratio. 8 strikeouts, 1 walk allowed by Nate Rowe all season and again tonight. 72 strikeouts, 9 walks. Batter is Isaac Charnick, now the Washington first baseman. Patton still at first. First pitch to Charnick, misses high for a ball. Trinity and Moon at the end of 3. 5-3 Hillers. Let's get an update on Upper St. Clair Chartiers Valley. It's 2-1 end of 4 last I saw. Breaking ball for a called strike. Ball and a strike, 1 out and a runner on. Patton to his lead. Not running. Ball and 2 strikes. The count holds on Isaac Charnick. Ball flared right at the third baseman. Libro throw back across the diamond after the line out. Patton back in safely. 2 outs here in the 6th. And Tristan Coney to bat now. Now the third baseman went across the diamond when Xander Henderson took over on the mound. First pitch from Rowe is a fastball right over the heart of the plate. Coney hit by a pitch and struck out. A 0-1 fastball, that's outside. Ball and a strike. Short lead at first. Patton not going anywhere. Swinging a foul tip. Off-speed pitch. Coney out in front of it. Just ticked it into the glove. Now 1-2 the count. Breaking ball misses away. 2-2. Possibilities for tomorrow. South Fayette at Peters, that's a 7 o'clock game tomorrow. Trinity at Moon, that's a 4 o'clock game, depending on the importance of those. Ground ball to third. Libro gloves. Long throw across the diamond, a little bit off the mark, but Billy Brooks stretches out, gets the ball, and makes sure his foot is on the bag. to end the inning. A leadoff walk and a runner left on. We go to the 7th. Keystone Oaks 10, Wash High 1 on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by CNX Foundation.
My dream field has a scoreboard with a giant TV.
My dream field has dugouts for our mascot to dance on.
My dream field has lights to play at night. And a duck pond.
CNX is making dream fields come true by donating millions of dollars throughout Appalachia. Nominate your field at cnx.com/dreamfields.
The cost of living is crushing Pennsylvania families. Property taxes are too high, electric bills keep climbing, and it's hard to make ends meet and plan for the future. I'm Senator Cameron Bartolotta. I'm working hard to lower taxes so you keep more of what you earn. I'm working to make Pennsylvania more business friendly to attract investment and grow our economy. I'm committed to lowering your energy costs by protecting reliable, affordable power. On May 19th, I'm asking for your vote so I can keep fighting for a more affordable Pennsylvania. Paid for by Cameron for Senate.
Welcome back to EQT Park as we go to the 7th inning. Keystone Oaks with a 10-1 lead, 3-4-5 hitters due up. We'll start off with Nate Rowe, 1 for 2 plus a couple of walks in the game, and outstanding pitching performance as well. 1 run, 2 hits, a walk, 2 hit batters, and 8 strikeouts for the right-hander. I lost my Trinity update. Get back over, check that for you. First pitch to Rowe from Xander Henderson is in for a strike. Henderson came on with the bases loaded and 1 out, and KO knocking at the door of the 10-run margin. But strikeouts of the 1 and 2 hitters ended the frame. Rowe lifts a foul ball into the seats, and now he's in an 0-2 hole. Henderson deals. Curveball stays just high. 1 and 2 strikes. Curveball swung on and missed. 3 straight strikeouts in relief for Xander Henderson. That'll bring up Shane Falcone.
Number 10, Falcone.
Falcone swings and misses at the Henderson curveball. Another off-speed. Henderson pitch tap foul by Falcone. Xander Henderson started at third base. Couple of outstanding plays, couple of plays also not made that contributed to this 10-1 deficit. Curveball, strike 3 looking. He started that right at Falcone. Don't look now, but Xander Henderson has struck out 4 straight batters. Brady McDine comes to the plate now. He's been on base his last 3 trips, 2 walks and a base hit, has an RBI. Henderson's curveball in for a strike. Here's the 0-1. This curveball, strike 2. Xander Henderson just can't miss. At least hasn't so far. Here's the 0-2. Fastball lifted foul down toward the final section or 2 of seats along the first base line. Count holds at 0-2. Two-strike pitch, that curveball again popped up. Pitcher Henderson calls for it, makes the grab, and retires the side. Gets 5 straight outs, 4 strikeouts, and handles his own pop-up to end the inning. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Keystone Oaks 10, Wash High 1 on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by CNX Foundation.
Looking for your next getaway? Discover Greene County, Pennsylvania, where small-town charm meets wide-open adventure. Explore scenic parks and winding trails. Visit historic towns and tour our picturesque covered bridges. Enjoy family-friendly events, hands-on history, and peaceful countryside views. Whether you're planning a day trip or a weekend escape, Greene County has something for everyone. Start planning your visit today at visitgreene.org.
Get your name out there with Bell Print and Stitch in Bentleyville. Whether it's your business, your school, your team, whatever group or organization, Bell Print and Stitch does digital printing, including banners and vehicle graphics. They'll put your logo on anything with embroidery, heat press vinyl, or screen printing, all at competitive prices. Need an online fundraising spirit store? Call 724-207-3408. Bell Print and Stitch on Main Street in Bentleyville. See more on Facebook.
And the bottom of the 7th inning, Washington, the bottom half of the batting order. 6, 7, 8 scheduled to bat. Joe Wilson to lead off. Wilson, Henderson, and Hagan. Nine runs before 3 outs. That's the hill. Keystone Oaks that close to clinching a playoff spot tonight here at EQT Park. And if they're successful at that, that would wrap up the 4 spots in the section. Seton LaSalle has clinched the championship. I guess order of finish would still be up for grabs. There would be a 3-way tie for second. Charleroi, Keystone Oaks, Waynesburg would all be 6 and 5 heading into final games tomorrow. Nate Rowe trying to get a complete game. Has 13 pitches to work with here. First pitch swinging Wilson, no balls and a strike. Rowe gets a fastball in the outer half. 0-2 now. That started right at Wilson. Stood there and saw it break around him, and around the plate, and stay off the dish. Rowe at the belt. 1-2 check swing on a high fastball, and no swing is the ruling. Upper St. Clair up 4-1 against Chartiers Valley. The Panthers looking to close, take control of the final playoff spot in that 5A section. Peters Township win today. They're still alive. Wilson swings and misses. 9 strikeouts for the right-hander. 1 out here in the 7th. .92 pitches. Washington pitcher Xander Henderson comes to the plate. Trinity batting in the home half of the 4th, leading 5-3 against Moon. Moon, the top team in that 5A section. Upper St. Clair leading Chartiers Valley 4-1. If that score holds, the Hillers must win. Henderson swings and misses to even the count at a ball and a strike. Rowe with a good fastball, threw it by Henderson. It's now 1-2. Fastball away, 2-2. Rowe running out of pitches. He has to get the second out here in the next 3 pitches to be able to try to finish the game. Swing and a miss. There it is. 10 strikeouts. And now 2 out, nobody on. And Rowe can work this to the final, all the way to the final. And we get that Chartiers Valley Upper St. Clair score is now a final St. Clair 4-1 win. Swing and a miss on Hagen. Wave and a miss, pitch off the edge and chase that fastball. No balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, and Rowe strikes out the side in the 7th to slam the door and end the ball game. Keystone Oaks go into the WPIL playoffs, and the Little Prexies will be at best a game off that pace. We'll get your recap in this one. Your final score: Keystone Oaks 10, Wash-I 1 on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by CNX Foundation.
You deserve a bank that lifts up your business, that shares your spirits and your taste for success. At Washington Financial, we pride ourselves on crafting solutions that are as one of a kind as your business is. Go with the bank that gets you. Washington Financial Bank.
This is Coach Guy Montecalvo for the Washington Greene County chapter of the Pennsylvania Sports Hall of Fame, here to invite you to become a member of our chapter and help celebrate the stories of these outstanding athletes, coaches, and teams. For just $10, you'll have the opportunity to vote for respected athletes, coaches, and teams of yesteryear as we recognize these sports figures for their contributions to our rich athletic tradition. We're the Washington Greene County chapter of the Pennsylvania Sports Hall of Fame. Find us online or hit us up on Facebook and be a part of something exceptional.
Welcome back to EQT Park, where the Keystone Oaks Golden Eagles are celebrating a 10-1 win and a clinch of the final playoff spot in 3A Section 4. Here's how that happened. Scoreless until the top of the 4th inning. What became a pattern for the Golden Eagles tonight. Leadoff single and a walk to open a frame. Shane Falcone singled, walked. Brady McDine went to second after a strikeout. A walk to Billy Brooks loaded the bases. And then Tony Libro, a .231 batting average and 3 RBI on the year, delivers a 2-run single. That gave Keystone Oaks all they would need. They put them in front 2-0 after that spot. Score stayed that way. We go to the 4th. Single, walk. Have you heard that before? Well, that's the way the 5th inning started, and similar results, so only worse. Single by Bohm, a walk to Altenbaugh, a base hit for Rowe. That loaded the bases. Falcone hit into a force play back to the pitcher, the out of Bohm at the plate, but then Brady McDine with a base hit that delivered Altenbaugh to the plate. We had an E5 that after a pickoff at second, an E5, and then a walk, an error on a throw from the pitcher to first that should have ended the inning for the second time, and another run came across as Keystone Oaks scored 4 times in that 5th inning, 3 of the 4 unearned, and built the lead to 6-0. In the 6th, the inning started single walk. There we are again, followed by single walk, single, strikeout, single, and a walk, and 4 runs across in that Keystone Oaks 6th to lead 10-0. Washington, apologies, scored their only run in the bottom of the 5th after 2 outs. Jaden Hagen hit by a pitch 2 wild pitches moved him to third, and that set the stage. Trayvon Moy's base hit to left drove in the only run of the ball game. Here are your totals. Keystone Oaks 10 runs, 12 hits, no errors, 10 left on. Washington 1 run, 2 hits, 3 errors, and 4 runners left on base. Your winning pitcher is Nate Rowe. 7 innings, allowed 1 run. It was earned. 2 hits, 1 walk, 2 hit batters, and 11 strikeouts. Washington starter Will Callan takes the loss, 4 2/3, charged with 6 runs, 3 earned on 8 hits, walked 5, and struck out 1. Caleb Patton and Xander Henderson finished up. Henderson retired the final 5 batters of the ball game, and 4 of them by strikeout in the game. Time to recognize our player of the game, brought to you by Washington County College Center, operated by Community College of Beaver County.
Start strong and stay local. CCBC's Washington County College Center gives you the edge to get ahead. High school students can learn to fly before they drive with our Aviation Academy. If helping others is what you do, let us help you. Advance from LPN to RN and open new doors in your healthcare career. Or get ahead in college by earning general education credits. No matter your path, we're here to help you move forward. Learn more at ccbcwashington.com.
On tonight, I do want to do a hat tip to starting and winning pitcher Nate Rowe. 7 innings, 1 run, and 2 hits. Struck out 11 in the ball game. But I'm going to go to the 8th spot in the batting order for Keystone Oaks. A guy that hit .231 on the year, had just 3 RBI on the season, doubled that tonight. 2-run single in the 4th, RBI single in the 6th. Our Washington County College Center CCBC player of the game, third baseman Tony Libro, with those 2 base hits, 2 for 4 on the night, bumped that average up about 15 or so points, and doubled his RBI total, helping Keystone Oaks clinch a playoff spot in 3A Section 4. Tonight's game on the WJPA Sports Network has been brought to you in part by the Washington Greene County chapter of the Pennsylvania Sports Hall of Fame, celebrating our region's rich athletic tradition. By Bell Print and Stitch, digital print, embroidery, design, and fundraising. Bell Print and Stitch in Bentleyville and on Facebook. By Visit Greene. Greene County has something for everyone. Log on visitgreene.org. By Camera Bartolotta for Pennsylvania Senate. Find out more at cameraforsenate.com. By CNX Dreamfields, making your dream field come true. By Washington Financial Bank, for 125 years, proud to be the bank that gets you. Sorry, Floor Director Eric Bennett. By Curtis Pharmacy in Washington, Claysville, Connellsville, Carmichaels, and online at curtispharmacy.com. And by Washington County College Center, operated by Community College of Beaver County. Check a couple of other things happening. Peters Township stays alive in the 5A playoff race with a 14-9 win at South Fayette. Peters Township will be home tomorrow night against the Lions, where they may be able to play their way into the postseason. Upper St. Clair has control of that final playoff berth because the Panthers, with a win tomorrow, would lock up that 4th spot. Also in action right now, after 4 innings, Trinity leads section leader Moon 5-3, with the Moon batting in the top of the 5th. Ringgold clinched a playoff berth, 2-0 win at home against Laurel Highlands. McGuffey was eliminated from the 3A race, 6-3 loss to Seton LaSalle. Waynesburg clinched the spot in this section with an 8-5 win against Charleroi. Keystone Oaks clinches the berth and eliminates Wash High with the 10-1 win here tonight. Charleroi, Waynesburg, Keystone Oaks all tied in second place at 6-5. California knocked off Chartiers Houston, kept the Bucks from clinching. Bucks need a win tomorrow or a Fraser loss at Best Center tomorrow night. Fraser won 6-1 today. They have to win tomorrow and see Chartiers Houston lose. If Chartiers wins or Fraser loses, the Bucks are going to the playoffs. Carmichael's clinched with a come-from-behind last-out 9-8 win at West Green this afternoon. Jefferson Morgan is clinched with a 6-1 win at home against Jeanette. That's your playoff rundown for the moment, and action coming up tomorrow. Our stretch drive will continue tomorrow as the regular season ends and the final playoff spots will be decided. Among the games that we will be looking at, obviously Chartiers Houston at California, where the Bucks can try to play their way in. Peters Township hosting South Fayette tomorrow night, and Trinity, if the Hillers win tonight, would be able to at least keep their nose in it tomorrow. They'll play at Moon tomorrow afternoon. So my guess is it's those three games that are on the possibilities for our coverage tomorrow. Check out the website at WJPA.com, and we will get you all updated once we make that final determination. Our thanks to head coaches John Deegan and Nick Riegel, to athletic directors Mike Bosnick and Mark Elphinstone, and to our friends here at the Washington Wild Things. Floor director Eric Bennett, Luke Andrusik on camera. I'm Bob Gregg. Thanks for being with us here on Pennsylvania's radio sports leader for more than 80 years. From EQT Park in Washington, your 3A baseball Section 4 final score: Keystone Oaks 10, Washington 1, clinching for the Golden Eagles and eliminating the Little Prexies. This has been a presentation of the WJPA Sports Network.